Good morning, Jaguars.
We hope your week is going well.
My name is Miles Rubin.
And my name is Alan Wang. Thanks for joining us on RCTV Election Week.
Hey, Alan, do you remember when I ran for president?
Oh no, not again.
Freedom. America. Freedom. He cares about you. He cares about me. He cares about RCTV. Miles Rubin. A name you can trust, even if you don't think you can. Miles Rubin promises to make a safe working environment for the average student. This includes increasing break times, decreasing homework load, and promising things he can't deliver on. Miles Rubin cares about everyone, students, teachers, even his friends. You've seen what Miles will do. Now it's up to you. Vote Miles Rubin for president.
I am Miles Rubin, and I approve this message.
Wow, that was painful.
You're painful. Next Tuesday is the first round of the Trivia Bowl. Seminars, make sure you freshen up on your trivia facts. Hey, watch this exclusive trailer for the film Hyung-Chi.
Well, that was very interesting. Certainly something that we haven't seen before.
In sports news, the girls' gymnastics team has playoffs tomorrow.
Hey Jags, today is National Stress Awareness Day.
We know you all are taking very hard classes and have a very hard schedule.
Please try to take some time to yourself every day to relieve stress.
Speaking of stress, here's Ryan and Nano talking about food politics.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Food Politics with Ryan and
Nano.
Today's topic is, are boneless wings considered wings? Nano, what is your position?
Well, personally, I like boneless wings better. Just because I don't have to work for them and, I don't have to screw with the bones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I think technically they're not really wings because, well, they're chicken breasts. They're little nuggets.
Yeah,
So-
but why does Buffalo Wild Wings serve boneless wings? Like, let's say you're down at a table and you get boneless wings. Like, you're going to call them wings just because, the experience of it,
That's true. It's mostly how you would, the context, the setting of eating it.
Yeah.
It's like if you go to a fast food restaurant, you get chicken nuggets. That's chicken breast or whatever. But then if you go to a wing restaurant and you get sauce on it, and you eat it and you watch
Well, I
games.
also think they're made differently, too. Like, they might be the same thing, but,
Yeah, but exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you go to McDonald's and get the little nuggets, they're super small, and, I
Yeah.
don't even know if they're actual meat.
Well,
I think they're meat, but I don't know if they're actual chicken.
I'm pretty sure chicken nuggets it's like ground chicken, like ground beef.
Yeah.
But then like boneless wings are whole pieces of chicken breast. So, I guess that's the difference between nuggets and boneless wings.
Bone-in wings, they just,
They just take the flat and the drumstick. And then they cut them, separate them, and then they bread them and fry them. So they're both white meat.
Are they baby chickens, though? Do you think?
It depends. Not no.
Because there's no way. They got to be baby chickens or something, or bred chickens that are smaller. Because those things are so small.
No,
regular
because
chickens are big.
those wings are three different pieces, and they cut them up into individual, and then they serve it. And then technically, when you first dissect a chicken, the wings are part of the breast, but the
Yeah, but
breast,
what a chicken leg? There's a little
chicken
drummies.
leg is.
The little drummies. Those got to be baby chickens, bro.
Well, the drumettes are not technically drumsticks compared to the legs. Those are different things. They just look similar.
Huh?
Okay,
No,
so
they definitely. When you get
the flats, right? The flats.
you
flats.
get a big chicken at the store and
Yeah.
you get it in the little box and you take it out and you see the big legs on the side.
Yeah, those are different from the wings.
How are they different? They look exactly the same.
Okay, no, those are part of the legs, and then the wings, the drumettes are connected to the flats, and then they cut them and they separate them, so they just look the same, but they're part of a different.
So they're not okay.
Yeah,
They're not legs.
yeah, they're- yeah.
I always thought those were legs
No,
of baby chickens, bro.
They're wings. All right, so
Oh, that makes sense. Why they're called.
but in
chicken
conclusion,
wings.
you would consider them wings because it's just the whole experience of eating it, right?
Yeah. I would.
All right. Well, technically, they're not really wings. They're chicken breasts, but
They wings.
you would get boneless wings in the context of eating wings. Well, that concludes this episode of Food Politics with
Nano.
and Ryan. We'll see you guys next time.
Well, I definitely think boneless wings are wings.
Our yearbook and newspaper staffs are hard at work once again. Here's the story of one of the chief staff this year, Kira Zizzo.
My name is Kira Zizzo, and I'm the editor-in-chief of The Rock. I manage our 3 main platforms. So we do print issues, we also publish content online, and we have 2 social media accounts that we run, so Twitter and Instagram. And my job as an editor-in-chief is to look over these platforms to make sure everything's running smoothly, to publish content, and I'm also here to train staffers to make sure that they have the tools and the training necessary to go out there and report and have their stories published. So I found my passion for journalism at a pretty young age. I started writing for the kids section of the Denver Post in 4th grade, and there I interviewed R.L. Stine, Mark Brown, Cynthia Lord, and Temple Grandin. And then from there on, I just had this love for journalism, and I started to look for places that I could write anywhere. I wrote for Rocky Heights First newspaper. I also wrote for the Castle Pines Connection, and now I'm writing for Rock Media. So I guess in total that's 4 newspapers. Ever since I started in 4th grade for the kids section of the Denver Post, there was something in me that I just loved it. I love to give people a voice. I love to share opinions. I love being able to share everybody's stories. I find that when you look around, everybody has a story. Everybody is an individual with experiences, with opinions. Everybody has a story, and it's so important that we, as a news staff and as a publication, tell everybody's stories. I think that there's also a bit of a negative narrative around media right now. There's a bit of a distrust in the media. So what I'm trying to do and what I'm working towards with my staff is to make sure that we're reversing that negative narrative in the media, and that we're making sure to report without bias, that we're covering all sides of the story, and that we're truly representing each individual. I'm most interested in writing articles that move people, that make you feel something. I love to write stories about controversy, about the elephant in the room that makes you uncomfortable. I like to shine light on those controversies, people's different perspectives. I write a lot about different protests, about different controversial topics, and I think that it's so important that student journalists have a voice to talk about these different things that are happening. My favorite article that I've written has to be the most recent article that I wrote about the mask walkouts, because the night before the mask walkouts, I noticed there was so much information on social media. There was such a blast of information that it was hard to decipher what was real and what wasn't, and there was so much misinformation going around, and I thought to myself, this is so confusing. This is so confusing, and people must be wondering what is going on. So I decided to go to the mask walkout. I was there with my camera, with my phone recorder. I was there taking pictures of both sides of the controversy, interviewing students on both sides, and also interviewing students who just walked out of class to watch the protesters just for entertainment. And I made sure to tell everybody's story, regardless of my own opinion, because that doesn't matter. What matters is that I tell the truth, what is happening, what people need to know. I spent 6 hours that night at my computer writing that story, and something great about our online publishing is that we can publish immediately. We don't have to compile a whole print issue. We can come out with a story instantly. So the next day I published the mask walkout article, and I was shocked by the response that it received and the reach that it had. Within 24 hours, there were around 1,600 views on my story, and I was just over the moon. After I published my article, people were reposting my article on their Instagram story. They were reposting my photos, and they even took screenshots of parts of my article and underlined sections that really moved them and that were impactful. And I was just, it was such an incredible feeling to know that my writing and my work was reaching people in a way that I had intended. It's important for students to read Rock Media because it's so crucial to be informed about what's going on, not only nationally, but also in our community, what's going on at our school, how it impacts them, because students and everybody, I think, needs to be informed and educated in order to form their own opinions. In the future, I see myself continuing to pursue journalism, just maybe not as my main focus. I'd like to maybe double major marketing and journalism because I have a love and a passion for journalism that I just don't want to leave quite yet. You know, my dream is to win the Pulitzer Prize, and that's something that is a little bit unrealistic, but I just love journalism and I don't see myself leaving it anytime soon.
Thanks, Kira. Well, that's all we have for you today. Hope to see you soon.